Start, and today's topic is eating disorders. So I am not able to see now the screen otherwise, but I hope people will come keep joining. So we'll start today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, सबसे पहले I just want all of you who are here to offer Fatiha for Professor Iqbal Afridi's elder brother who passed away this morning. He just texted and we are sorry for that. So I request all of you to please offer Fatiha for the person. Thank you very much for joining. जो लोग आए हैं, to begin with, eating disorders, people usually feel that they are not very common. But unfortunately, as I was talking to some of the people who joined the conversation earlier, I was just talking about it that it is common if you are able to know it and if you are able to understand it. So eyes cannot see what mind doesn't know. So when you are aware of the things around you, then of course you pick it up. Unfortunately, yes. Ji.
Sorry, could you give a brief introduction because some of the candidates are new.
Okay, I can give you my introduction, no worries. मैं अभी बिल्कुल आपको introduction दे देता हूँ. So my name is Dr. Nasir Saeed and Nasir Saeed Khan. I was professor of psychiatry in Services Institute of Medical Sciences, Lahore, and then I got the retirement, and I am now working as associate professor of psychiatry in Queen's University, Canada. I am an FCPS psychiatrist. I'm proud to be an FCPS, and I still feel that I owe something to these FCPS candidates, so I keep coming back and try to do whatever is possible in the domain. So today's presentation is about eating disorders, and we will try to go through the various aspects of the eating disorders, including the clinical features, the presentations, the comorbidities, the treatment strategies, and how how it is so common in the society. To begin with, एक मुनीर न्याजी का शेर है, अदब की बात है वरना मुनीर सोचो तो जो शख्स सुनता है वो बोल भी तो सकता है. So there are people who just keep listening but they don't want to talk, but I'm sure that they do want to talk about it. So eating disorders is, I was not able to make my own presentation for today, so I adopted this presentation from someone, and I'm very thankful because of the shortage of the time. This presentation was very nicely made, so I opted for this rather than making my own bigger presentations. So eating disorders includes anorexia. Anorexia refers to loss of appetite. So anybody who loses appetite, we can say anorexia. But nervosa indicates that the loss is due to emotional reasons. So when you coordinate and correlate these two, anorexia, nervosa, then it's an eating disorder. And then because it is because of the emotional reason that you have lost your appetite, so we call it anorexia nervosa. So anorexia is a common symptom. It is a common symptom in major depressive disorders, in psychosis, in OCD, in lots of anxiety disorders, in stress-related disorders. But anorexia is a symptom, but when nervosa is added to it, anorexia nervosa is a disorder. So you have to understand that anorexia or being anorexic is a common presentation in every clinic, in psychiatric clinic, in gastroenterology clinic, in other clinics as well, because it's just loss of appetite. But when we diagnose that it is because of the emotional reason, we call it anorexia nervosa, which needs psychological and psychiatric management. The term is something of a misnomer because most individuals with anorexia nervosa actually do not lose their appetite or interest in the food. So, if they do not lose their interest or lose their appetite, then what is actually bothering? On the contrary, while starving themselves, most individuals with disorder become preoccupied with the food. They may read cookbooks constantly and prepare gourmet meals for their families, but they don't feel like eating themselves. That is the complication. So, why and how we diagnose people suffering from anorexia nervosa? Anorexia, loss of appetite; nervosa, an emotional component related to losing the appetite, and how we have to diagnose them. That is a tricky. So I will go back to the DSM criteria. A refusal to maintain body weight at or above a minimally normal weight for age and height. For example, weight loss leading to maintenance of body weight less than 85% of that expected, or failure to make expected weight gain during period of growth leading to body weight less than 85% of that expected. Now, average human BMI is body again mass index, which is calculated at the rate of kilogram per meter square. So there is a definite calculation for BMI. So weight in kilograms, meter square is BMI, and average BMI of the individuals is somewhere between 18.5 to 25. Now there is a difference. Some people bring it down to 23 or 24, some people bring it down to 18, 18.5, but the range is approximately between 18 and 25, or 18.5 and 25. People having BMI more than that, they are obese or overweight, and people less than 18 are having weight problems. Now, if you are expected to have a BMI between 18.5 and 25, and you are less than that, say your BMI is 17.5, then it is 85% or 15% less than expected weight, and you are anorexic. So the second criteria for anorexia nervosa is intense fear of gaining weight or becoming fat, even though you are overweight, even though underweight. So if I believe that my BMI is 18, which is not, of course, as you can see that. So if my BMI is 18 and I am fearful that I appear as an obese person, so I will be considered as having some emotional association with that weight. Now, if I have some emotional association with the fear or whatever might be the reason with the weight, then this comes as again a diagnostic criteria for anorexia nervosa. Although मैं इतना मोटा नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि मैं मोटा हूँ, so anorexia is probably a problem. But if the disturbance in the way in which one's body weight or shape is experienced, undue influence of body weight or shape on self-evaluation, or denial of the seriousness of the current low body weight. So although I am anorexic, my BMI is 17, I am underweight, but I keep looking at it and I keep thinking about it and I keep feeling about it. ये मेरे इस जगह से वजन बढ़ गया, मेरी ये शेप खराब हो गई, मेरी फिजिकली वो फिगर नहीं है जो होनी चाहिए, मेरे यहाँ पर वेट ज़्यादा लगता है, मेरे यहाँ पे वेट ज़्यादा लगता है, मेरी नाक के इर्द गिर्द वजन ज़्यादा होने की वजह से वेट ज़्यादा लगता है. So various kinds of the statements people do give about their weight, and they are cautious. So when they dress up, they try to hide their tummies, they try to cover themselves too much. Indirectly, you can feel that they are cautious about their weight. In post-menarcheal females, amenorrhea, that is the absence of at least 3 consecutive menstrual cycles. So, one criteria, 85% is the weight rather than 100%, so 15% less than expected weight. Second, they are preoccupied, they have gained weight at various places of the body. And third, in females, they missed 3 consecutive cycles because of the less amount of the weight. So these 3 are most important diagnostic criteria for anorexia nervosa. Now, it can be of 2 types. One is restricting type and second is binge eating and purging type. One restricting type, I hope your people are able to see me or hear me. So if there is any interruption, Benazir, please let me know. So if it is a restricting type, during the current episode of anorexia nervosa, the person has not regularly engaged in binge eating or purging behavior, that is self-induced vomiting or misuse of laxative, diuretics or enema. So now coming to this next point, which is important, that although I believe that my weight is more, actually it is 15% less than the expected weight. I have missed my menstrual cycle for 3 consecutive months because of my less weight. I feel that there is some problem with my weight. I don't look as fit as I should be. And then if I feel that I have gained weight, I try to reduce weight by using various strategies. And the most common strategies people used is either they vomit. So, गए अच्छा खाना खाया, घर आए और उल्टी कर दी उंगली डाल के, या कॉन्स्टिपेशन के एजेंट्स जो ओवर द काउंटर आराम से मिल जाते हैं, ठीक है, मुख्तलिफ एजेंट्स हैं जो डायरिया इंड्यूस करते हैं, स्कीलेक्स है, अगेन दूसरे लैक्सेटिव्स अवेलेबल हैं, और कुछ नहीं तो ऑयल, castor oil and lots of other oils which are irritant to the stomach, they do take it so that they'll be able to pass lots and lots of the motion, diarrhea, and then they feel that they are now less heavy. So using of the laxative, vomiting, diuretic. Now there are certain diuretics which usually drain you out and they make you less puffy. So people use diuretics or enemas in extreme situation. Well, enemas are relatively less common because they are, again, people, it is difficult to have it and use it. So that is another way of doing it. So any way where you feel that you are gaining weight, but you are not involved in these kind of activities of inducing vomiting, using laxative, diuretics or enemas, this is restricting type. So when you don't use methodology to reduce weight in this way, although you eat, you are feeling that you are gain weight, but you don't involve yourself in reducing your weight like this, then it is restricting type. The other type, binge eating or purging type, all these methodologies are regularly used to reduce weight. So self-induced vomiting, using diuretics, using enemas, using laxatives, this is called binge eating or purging type. So anorexia, when definition बताई, is a common symptom when you lose appetite, nervosa, an emotional component, then restricting type, when you don't use any methodologies to reduce weight, specifically these methodologies, and binge eating and purging type, when you use laxatives, diuretics, enemas, or self-induced vomiting, when it is purging type or binge eating type. So I hope up to now it's clear. Moving on, eating disorders inventory. The distorted body image that accompanies anorexia nervosa has been assessed in several ways, most frequently by questionnaires as the eating disorder inventory, which is a questionnaire by Garner et al., cited in Davison et al. In 2007. Some of these items in the questionnaires are presented in the table here. So if you ask these questions and people have scored high on it, you definitely consider anorexia nervosa as a diagnosis. 1. Drive for thinness. मुझे पतला नजर आना चाहिए. मैं सोचता हूँ कि मैं डाइटिंग करूँ. मुझे जब मैं खाना खा लूँ तो गिल्ट फीलिंग होती है. मुझे हर वक्त एक प्री ऑक्यूपेशन रहती है कि मेरा वजन यहाँ से बढ़ गया, मेरा वजन यहाँ से बढ़ गया, मेरा वजन यहाँ से बढ़ गया. बुलिमिया, मैं खाना खाता हूँ और बहुत ज़्यादा खा लेता हूँ. So when I sit and start eating, I eat say 3 rotis, a big size rotis, and I stuff myself with the food. Although it may not be too much if the other individuals are listening to it, but I feel bad about it that I have taken too much of the food. I have gone on eating binges where I have felt that I could not stop. मज़ेदार खाना था, कढ़ाई बनी हुई थी, सिरी पाए बने हुए थे, निहारी बनी हुई थी, and I started eating them, and I kept on eating them till the time I felt that I'm bloated and I'm heavy. Now, if you look around yourself, in the restaurant especially, you will see lots of people with this. But as I was mentioning it earlier, people with these symptoms, they don't come to psychiatrists commonly. They go to physicians, they go to pediatricians, they go to gastroenterologists for these problems. And unfortunately, they are not treated the way they should be treated. So things do get chronic and complicated and last for a long period of time. And I have the thought of trying to vomit in order to lose weight. Although I haven't vomited, but I thought of it. Even then, it classifies bulimia. Body dissatisfaction, I think that my thighs are too large. I think that my buttocks are too large. I think that my hips are too big. Ineffectiveness, I feel inadequate. I have low opinion of myself. I feel empty inside emotionally. And perfectionism, only outstanding performance is good enough in my family. So this is another complicated situation. People mostly having the bulimia or eating disorders or anorexia nervosa, most of the time they belong to the families who are very perfectionist and high caliber families. So if you look around yourself, you will feel models, actors, politicians, bureaucrats, people who are socially very active and very high profile people, they do have the appearance problem and they want to be physically very good, attractive in front of other people. So it's not very uncommon if you look around. Interpersonal distress. I have trouble expressing my emotions to others. I need to keep people at a certain distance. So if somebody gets closer to me, I'll be very uncomfortable. Introspective awareness. I get confused about what emotion I am feeling. I don't know what's going on inside me. I get confused as to whether or not I'm hungry. Now, lots of people in the high society and higher ups, especially in higher positions, even in medicine and surgery and gynae and even in psychiatry, you will see people who won't let you come near to them. They don't hug, they don't shake hands, they don't meet with you with lots of vigor and energy. They try to keep a distance from in social interaction. Ab to khair COVID ki wajah se things are complicated, but even otherwise, the people try to keep distance. And if you see them, they are physically quite good people, very healthy, very comfortable again, otherwise, but they have a very low self-esteem. They don't feel comfortable in shaking hands because shaking hands warmly, उनको ये लगता है कि मैंने हाथ अगर मिलाया तो मेरे हाथ में वो ग्रिप नहीं होगी जो लोग मुझसे एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं. So low self-esteem is common. And maturity fears. I wish that I could return to school of childhood. And I feel that people are happiest when they are children. The demands of adulthood are too great. or when you look around and you talk to people, खास तौर पे young लड़कियां और young लड़के, you will feel that this is again a very common symptom. They don't want to grow up. They don't want to take the responsibility. They don't want to take the challenges. They are good when they are under the umbrella of their parents. So they want to feel secure. That sense of insecurity when you are growing up also leads to eating disorders. And this is a common scale which you can ask. It's very simple. My presentation is uploaded on this site. I will try to upload it in the WhatsApp as well, so you can. I think I have done that already, so you can just look at it. Oops. Sorry, I thought I was disconnected. I don't know why, but I was disconnected. So, I want to share my screen again, and I'll wait for people to join in. I'm sorry, I was disconnected. Okay, so I will share my presentation again as soon as people join in. Okay, so I was talking about, should I start back?
Just a second, sir. I think it was.
Okay, I don't know why it was disconnected, so I apologize for that. So it was disconnected and reconnected again. So आज है,
सर वो जब ज़्यादा लोग कमेंट करते हैं एकदम फिर कॉल ड्रॉप कर जाती है।
बस अगर ऐसा हो जाए तो आप मुझे मैसेज कर दीजिएगा. So मैं फिर ड्रॉप हो गई कॉल, फिर ड्रॉप हो गई कॉल. Again dropped. We'll wait till the time people join in and then I'll restart again. I'm sorry.
सर वो जब एकदम ज़्यादा लोग ज्वाइन करते हैं ना एक टाइम पे तब होता है। अगर बारी बारी ज्वाइन करें तब ये नहीं होती।
लेकिन वो ये हो नहीं ना सकता, क्योंकि अब वो प्रेजेंटेशन चल रही थी, चलते चलते रुक गई, तब तो सारे दोबारा ज्वाइन इन करेंगे ना. सो
हेलो, अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम.
मैं फिर जाने को स्टार्ट किया क्या कर रहे हो?
Okay, I'm sorry I muted someone because there was some background noise. So shall we start again? Okay.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. I will start coming back again. Okay, so this was the questionnaire which was devised by Gardner et al. In 1983, and responses use a 6-point scale ranging from always to never. And if the score is on a higher side, which I explained to you earlier, then there is a component of anorexia or eating disorder in a person. Then you have to go to the diagnostic criteria, ask specific questions that we have talked about anorexia nervosa, like menstrual cycle, physical attraction, etc. And then you can diagnose the people. So it is quite common. It is not uncommon as people feel it. In another type of assessment, individuals with anorexia nervosa are shown line drawing of women with varying body weights and asked to pick up to one closest to their own and one that represents their ideal shape. मैं कैसी लगती हूँ? So there is a figure, and then मुझे कैसा लगना चाहिए? There is another figure. And if you feel that the disparity is too much, ये एक फिगर है जिसमें ख़वातीन की मुख्तलिफ फिगर्स दिखाई गई. So मैं कैसी लगती हूँ और मुझे कैसे लगना चाहिए. If you are able to click it, lots of information can be shared in it. So you'll be able to just pick it up, okay, whether this person's actual feeling or how they appear and how they should be looking. If there is a disparity and you feel that there is definitely obesity or there's definitely underweight situation, then you should start assessing them as well. You would be able to only assess if you know it. So please try to know this, and then I'm sure if you look around, you'll be able to find more cases. Individuals overestimate their own body size and choose a thin figure as their ideal. Despite this distortion in body size, individuals with anorexia nervosa are fairly accurate when reporting their actual weight, perhaps because they weigh themselves frequently. So वो बार बार weighing machine पे चढ़ना और अपने आप को weight करना is another tricky situation, and people feel that they are not actually. They are every day you are monitoring your weight. आज मैंने पौना पाउंड गेन कर लिया, आज मैंने पौना पाउंड कम कर लिया, आज 400 ग्राम बढ़ गया, आज 600 ग्राम एक्स्ट्रा हो गया. And if you look around, they will be having the weighing machines which actually gives figures in the points as well. Usually the weighing machines don't give the आमतौर पे घरों में हम वेट मशीन यूज करते हैं, वो ग्रॉस वेट देती है, लेकिन ऐसे लोग oops, आज कुछ ब्रेकअप ज्यादा हो रहा है, आज ब्रेकअप कुछ ज्यादा हो रहा है, ब्रेकअप सॉन्ग ज्यादा चल रहा है. Sorry again. So let's wait for a few more minutes before we start it again back again. Okay. Teens में और दूसरी okay. Are people back? Oh, come on.
आज थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा था सकता है.
मैं दूसरी जो यूजेज हैं वो इसीलिए यूज करता हूँ कि उसमें ये आसानी है. इसमें ये बड़ी यूजुअली नहीं करता. अच्छा चलो कोई बात नहीं, वील रीस्टार्ट अगेन. आई होप कि एनोरेक्सिया की कुछ बेसिक्स क्लियर हो गई और इसकी मज़ीद साइकोपैथोलॉजी वगैरह कवर करते हैं. ये जितनी देर में लोग मज़ीद ज्वाइन करते हैं उतनी देर में मैं ये शेर सुना देता हूँ. परवीन शाकिर का शेर है, मेरे पास से जो गुजरा मेरा हाल तक ना पूछा, मेरे पास से जो गुजरा मेरा हाल तक ना पूछा, मैं कैसे मान जाऊं कि वो दूर जाके रोया. और अहमद फराज ने इसका जवाब दिया, तेरे पास से जो गुजरे तो जुनून में थे फराज, जब दूर जाके सोचा तो जार जार रोए. सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस इन परसेप्शन ऑफ द पीपल at one end and difference in the perception of the people at other end. Okay, I'm sorry, मैं दोबारा से. Okay, so anorexia nervosa. Women with anorexia nervosa are frequently diagnosed with, now unfortunately there was a break in the flow, so I would just like to continue with it again, that the comorbidity is high. So when you are seeing, oops, I hope I'm still there. Okay, yes, I'm still there. Okay, so comorbidity is high. So depression, OCD, phobias, panic disorder, alcoholism, personality disorders, and anorexia is common. And as I mentioned to you in the beginning, that anorexia is a symptom which presents to pediatricians, which presents to gastroenterologists, which presents to the physicians. And unfortunately, when they come to psychiatrists, their OCD or MDD is a bigger problem. So we start focusing there and we forget about anorexic symptoms or eliciting anorexia nervosa as a diagnosis. So next time when you are seeing the people, try to understand that the comorbidity is high, but this diagnosis should be entertained if it is there. Men with anorexia nervosa are also likely to have a diagnosis of mood disorders. Bipolar disorder is very common, schizophrenia common, and substance abuse. So anorexia nervosa, unfortunately, people have lots of problems with substance of abuse. So they will take weed, they will take opium, they will be alcoholics, men especially. And then you try to treat the main problem of substance abuse rather than treating the anorexia nervosa or an eating disorder. Unfortunately, this is common, but try to focus on the situation. And when you see that this is a disorder, then try to treat it as well. Physical changes in anorexia nervosa. Often people complain of low blood pressure. And when they complain about low blood pressure, we usually again say low blood pressure is not a disease. So probably they are having some somatization disorder or somatoform disorders or conversion disorders or any other disorders, but we won't consider anorexia as one of the diagnoses. Their heart rate slows. They have low pulse, so could be 60 or less than 60 or maybe around 60. Kidney and GI problems, पेशाब बार बार आता है, मैदा भूला हुआ महसूस होता है, गैस बनती है. Now we all changes these symptoms to major depressive disorder. Although the exact criteria for major depressive disorder is not fulfilled, but we still consider it as a major depressive disorder because hordes of people present to us in our clinics with the symptoms of gas and gola formation in the stomach. Bone mass declines. So unfortunately we don't go for bone mineral density और विटामिन डी की गोलियां सारा पाकिस्तान खाता है, लेकिन हम बोन मास डेंसिटी असेस नहीं करते. Skin dries out, nails become brittle, hormone levels changes, mild anemia may occur. 90% of the females I see in my clinics, they have low hemoglobin. Now either the criteria is wrong or there is something wrong with the laboratory. I don't know what it is actually, but I have hardly seen a woman with the normal hemoglobin level in my clinic. Majority of them, they are below it. Why is it? I don't know. EEG abnormalities and neurological impairments and structural brain changes. This is common. Structural brain changes. If people who are suffering from anorexia nervosa, you will go for a CT or an MRI, there will be definite changes in them, which usually people reading it will say, oh, this is normal variation. But that normal variation correlated with the symptoms, we will definitely feel that it is a significant change. So ऐसे patients का MRI करवा के उसकी findings को देख लेना ज़रूरी है, and don't rely on the report only. See the film yourself and correlate it with your findings, clinical findings. Don't say that the neuroradiologists have written age-related atrophic changes. Because when they say age-related atrophic changes, this doesn't seem to be okay for me. Age-related osteoarthritis, but even then we could get the treatment for osteoarthritis. Then age-related changes, brain changes, people don't want to treat it. But if you ask me, that is significant for me because losing million of neurons because of that atrophy leads to emotional and other problems as well. So the lifetime prevalence of anorexia nervosa among females is approximately 0.5%. Now this figure is low because exclusive anorexia nervosa is seen relatively less, but as a symptom, as a comorbidity, it is more. It is at least 10 times more frequent in women than in men. The incidence of anorexia nervosa appears to have increased in recent decades. So, पहले शायद इतना नहीं था, लेकिन now it is quite common. Course, anorexia nervosa typically begins in mid to late adolescence. सबसे ज़्यादा common है teenagers में, और teenager लड़कों में भी और लड़कियों में भी. लड़कियों में ज़्यादा, लड़कों में कम. और मैंने जैसे पहले कहा, most of these patients they go to pediatricians, where they are not treated the way it should be treated, because the emotional component related to it is not addressed. So they do bounce back, they do get better because of the counseling and other strategies and dietitian involvement and the counselor involvement, but it's not necessarily okay. So unfortunately, it's a problem. The onset of this disorder rarely occurs in females over age 40 years. 40 साल की उम्र के बाद आमतौर पे लोग इसके बारे में सोचना छोड़ देते हैं, या सेल्फ रिमिशन हो जाता है या बेहतर हो जाता है. ऑनसेट नहीं होगा, हाँ वर्सनिंग हो सकती है. Hospitalization may be required to restore weight and to address fluid and electrolyte imbalances in severe situation, and death most commonly results from starvation, suicide, or electrolyte imbalance. Now, suicide with anorexia nervosa probably is not as much as common, but comorbid with major depressive disorder, OCD, psychosis, and substance abuse, it is very frequent, and it is a complication which probably we miss, because as a psychiatrist, people don't come to me. Prognosis. About 70% of the patients with anorexia eventually recovers. So people who are going to the pediatrician, people who are going to the gastroenterologist, people who are going to the physician, they do bounce back, either with the treatment provided or otherwise they do recover. Very rarely they end up with major symptomatology to a psychiatrist. Recovery often takes 6 to 7 years, and relapses are common. Anorexia nervosa is life-threatening illness if not considered appropriately, and death rates are 10 times higher among individuals with disorders than among the general population, and twice as high as among individuals with other psychological disorders. So if it is comorbid with substance abuse, of course, then there is more morbidity. I hope I'm still there. Okay, I will go back. Death most often results from physical complications of the illness, for example, congestive heart failure, and from suicide if comorbid with other psychiatric morbidity. Now coming to bulimia nervosa. What is bulimia nervosa? I initially said that it's a longer topic, so this will take a little bit more time, so bear with me. I will try to cover it up as quickly as possible. Bulimia is from a Greek word meaning ox hunger. भैंसे जैसा पेट, उर्दू में इसको translate कर लें. So actual bulimia word comes from ox hunger. This disorder involves episodes of rapid consumption of large amount of food followed by compensatory behavior such as vomiting, fasting, or excessive exercise to prevent weight gain. Now, again, you may feel that this is not common, but if you go to a gym in Pakistan, अगर आप में से किसी को इत्तेफाक हो और आप लोग शेप्स जाएं और शेप्स जाके उन लोगों को देखें जो वहाँ पे एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं, you will feel वो एक्सरसाइज करके निकलते हैं और पहला काम क्या करते हैं, वहाँ बैठ के कैफेटेरिया में जूस, सैंडविच, बर्गर्स और फ्राइज खाते हैं, right? Now this paradox of doing an exercise inside the gym and eating French fries sitting outside in the gym cafeteria with friends definitely leads to some cognitive distortions, and you should be able to understand that this is common. It's not as uncommon as it is considered. The DSM defines as a binge as eating an excessive amount of food within less than 2 hours. So एक दफा मैंने कुछ खा लिया, 2 घंटे बाद मैं फिर कुछ खाऊंगा, 2 घंटे बाद मैं फिर कुछ खाऊंगा, and I will keep on eating. And if somebody around you does that, he is having bulimia. And bulimia, ox hunger, nervosa, emotional component associated with it. So bulimia nervosa is not a diagnosed if the binge and purging occur only in the context of anorexia nervosa, and it's extreme weight loss. The diagnosis in such a case is anorexia nervosa binge eating purging type. अब ये थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है. सो अगर कोई शख्स का वेट कम है और वो खाता है और वो वॉमिट कर देता है और निकाल देता है और उसका BMI 17 से और 18 से कम है, तो फिर वो बुलिमिया नर्वोजा नहीं, वो एनोरेक्सिया नर्वोजा बिंज ईटिंग पर्जिंग टाइप कहलाएगा. This is again complex, but this is what is expected from you people to exactly and precisely say the diagnosis, especially in a written paper. This is how you have to write. One striking difference between anorexia and bulimia is weight loss. Individuals with anorexia nervosa lose tremendous amount of weight, whereas individuals with bulimia nervosa do not. So bulimia वाले का वजन ठीक होगा, BMI ठीक होगा, anorexia वाले का BMI कम होगा, weight loss होगा. So ये difference है दोनों eating disorders में. अब diagnostic criteria for bulimia: a recurrent episode of binge eating. An episode of binge eating is characterized by both of the following. 1. Eating in a discrete period of time. 2 घंटे में खाना. A sense of lack of control over eating during the episode. So हर 2 घंटे बाद खाना मिलना चाहिए और खाना प्रॉपर होना चाहिए जिसमें क्वांटिटी अच्छी हो. That is binge eating disorder and bulimia nervosa. Recurrent inappropriate compensatory behavior in order to prevent weight gain, such as self-induced vomiting, misuse of laxative, diuretics, enema. ये मैंने एनोरेक्सिया में भी कवर किया था, वो क्राइटेरिया यहाँ पे भी है. The binge eating and inappropriate compensatory behavior both occur on an average at least twice a week for 3 months. हफ्ते में 2 दफ़ा ऐसे एपिसोड ज़रूर हों और पिछले 3 महीने से ऐसे एपिसोड्स हो रहे हों तो हम डायग्नोसिस बुलिमिया नर्वोजा बना देते हैं. ओके, ये यूट्यूब पे एक गज़ल थी मेरी असम की जो फिर कभी आपको सुनाएंगे, अभी टाइम नहीं. So diagnostic criteria for bulimia nervosa: self-evaluation is unduly influenced by body shape and weight, and disturbance does not exclusively during episodes of anorexia nervosa. So अगर BMI 17-18 है, अगर periods miss हो रहे हैं, अगर weight expected weight से कम है, shape body shape की फिक्र है, लेकिन weight कम है, तो फिर बुलिमिया का डायग्नोसिस नहीं है. अगर वेट नॉर्मल है और ये एपिसोड्स हो रहे हैं और शेप की भी फिक्र है और खाने पीने की भी वाफिर मिकदार में एपिसोड्स हैं, then it is bulimia nervosa. So a little bit confusing, but try to understand what I am saying. If there is still confusion, ask me a question. 2 types of bulimia again, जैसे एनोरेक्सिया में बात की थी, purging type. During the current episodes of bulimia nervosa, the person has regularly engaged in self-induced vomiting, the misuse of laxative, diuretics, or enema. This is not the only situation. People can use other ways of losing weight as well, which I will definitely let you know in a short time. 2 types of bulimia nervosa: non-purging type. During the current episode of bulimia nervosa, the person has used other inappropriate compensatory behaviors such as fasting or excessive exercise, but has not regularly engaged in self-induced vomiting or misuse of laxative and diuretics. So एक उधर restrictive type थी इधर नॉन पर्चिंग टाइप है. दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एनोरेक्सिया एंड बुलिमिया, राइट? सो यू हैव टू keep this thing in mind as well. In bulimia, binges typically occur in secret. They may be triggered by stress and the negative emotions. It arouses and continue until the person is uncomfortably full. वो जो पेट भरने की एक्सट्रीम सिचुएशन है वो मौजूद होगी. ओके, आई एम सॉरी, probably I missed a slide, so I'm going back. Foods that can be rapidly consumed, especially sweets, such as ice cream. Again, अपने इर्द गिर्द नज़र उठा के देखें, आपको घर में कोई एक खातून ऐसी ज़रूर नज़र आएगी जिसको एक्सट्रीम एक वक्त एकदम अर्ज होगी, मैंने आइसक्रीम खानी है, और आइसक्रीम का पूरा प्याला एक वक्त में ख़त्म हो जाएगा. एंड द केक आर यूजुअली पार्ट ऑफ द बिंज. आइसक्रीम की खास तौर पे बहुत क्रेविंग. A recent study found that women with bulimia nervosa were more likely to be binge while alone and during morning or afternoon. This is again a complication. आमतौर पे ये binge eating के दौरे जो हैं या सुबह के टाइम होते हैं नाश्ते पर, और या दोपहर को लंच ब्रेक्स में, आमतौर पे डिनर टाइमिंग्स में नहीं होते. इसकी रीजंस हैं. Avoiding a craved food one day was associated with binge episode the next morning. Other studies show that a binge is likely to occur after a negative social interaction or at least the perception of a negative social exchange. उसने मुझे ये क्यों कह दिया? This is complicated and this is problematic. उसने मुझे ये कह दिया इसलिए मैं पूरा आइसक्रीम का प्याला खा गई. Patients report that they lose control during a binge, even to the point of experiencing something akin to a dissociative state, perhaps losing awareness of their behavior or feeling that it is not really who they are and they are binging. They are actually usually ashamed of their acts and try to conceal them. और अक्सर हमारे पास जो dissociative के patients, जो मैंने स्मेटोफॉर्म में पहले भी बात किया, वो जो मरीज आते हैं, हिस्टेरिकल पेशेंट्स आते हैं, उनमें हम ये हिस्ट्री नहीं लेते. लेकिन अगर आप ये हिस्ट्री लें तो आपको सिग्निफिकेंट कोमॉर्बिडिटी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ बुलिमिया नर्वोसा मिलेगी, which is unfortunately common, but we don't, because we don't know, so we don't ask, and we don't ask, so we don't diagnose, and we don't treat. और इसीलिए मैंने पहले भी कई दफ़ा ये बात की है, the outcome and the prognosis of the patient is compromised because you are not asking the questions that needs to be asked. You are not diagnosing it appropriately and you miss things, so you don't get the required outcome and better results. After the binge is over, disgust, feelings of discomfort and fear of weight gain lead to the second step of bulimia nervosa, purging, to attempt to undo the caloric effects of the binge. This is exactly like anorexia. Individuals with bulimia most often stick fingers down their throats to cause gagging. वो हमारे उस्ताद मोहतरम जो हैं, वो जब हमें पढ़ाते थे तो वो कहते थे नकल्स देखें. जो लोग रिपीटेडली वॉमिट करते हैं उसमें ये नकल साइन होता है. ये वाइट और जो है ना एसिड की वजह से ये ख़राब हो जाते हैं. दांत देखें, उनमें बार बार वॉमिटिंग की वजह से एसिड लग के निशान सफ़ेद सफ़ेद चटाक पड़ जाते हैं. Those are two very significant clinical signs. People who induce vomiting, they have white knuckles and they have teeth which have white spots because of the acid of the stomach. When they throw out, they have these signs. So do look for these signs. Laxatives and diuretic abuse as well as fasting and exercising is common. Okay, the DSM diagnosis of bulimia nervosa requires that the episodes of binging and purging occur at least twice a week for 3 months, which is the same for anorexia as well. Is twice a week a well-established cutoff point? Now this is tricky. A continuum of severity rather than a sharp distinction. So, अगर कोई शख्स मेरे आगे प्रेजेंट होता है, वो महीने में भी एक दफ़ा ऐसे एपिसोड में इन्वॉल्व है, आई विल स्टिल कंसिडर द इमोशनल कोरिलेशन with the presentation and definitely would like to re-evaluate it. Okay, so moving further, I will just skip few slides because probably there is some repetition. Physical changes in bulimia, menstrual irregularities, amenorrhea can occur. BMI is either normal or it is more. And how to calculate the BMI, I have already told you, so I won't repeat it. There is potassium depletion, so if you go for electrolyte changes, then you will be able to find it. Physical changes I have already mentioned to you. The salivary glands may be swollen and there may be history of stomach ulcers. So again, as I mentioned to you, people mostly go to gastroenterologists rather coming to psychiatrists. Women are more common than men, and lifetime prevalence and course, again, it definitely recovers. 4 से 7 साल तक रहेगा, ठीक हो जाएगा और एपिसोड में relapses के chances exist करेंगे, which I have mentioned already. 70% do recover, so there is no difference in that. आओ चुप की जुबान में नासिर इतनी बातें करें कि थक जाएं. सो मैं बातें कर करके थक गया हूँ, मैं चुप की जुबान नहीं बोल रहा. सो द की पॉइंट, one striking difference between anorexia and bulimia is weight loss. Individuals with anorexia nervosa lose a tremendous amount of weight, whereas individuals with bulimia nervosa do not. That is the major difference between the two. Etiology. Now, trend in the families, genetic basis, and serotonin abnormalities. All three are considered to be the etiology. Serotonin may play a role in bulimia, with the studies finding a decrease in serotonin metabolites, and this is one of the reasons why fluoxetine was launched. This is the only drug approved by FDA for bulimia nervosa, because there was some evidence of serotonin involvement in it. Genetic factors, dopamine may play a role in restrained eating disorders. So there are biological components, and अगर कोई अगले सेशन में न्यूरोबायोलॉजी ऑफ साइकाट्रिक डिसऑर्डर्स पढ़ाया दोबारा मैंने, जो मैं एक दफ़ा पहले कवर करा चुका हूँ, तो मैं ये दोबारा कवर करवा दूँगा. Social cultural standards favor a thinner shape, जो कि आजकल बहुत इन है. और बट मैं अभी रिसेंटली एक पाकिस्तानी गाना सुन रहा था और मैं उसको देख रहा था, सो विजुअली, सो और मैं देख रहा था कि वहाँ पे अगेन वो ट्रेंड अब पतला होने का नहीं रह गया जो अभी भी कुछ और मुल्कों में. सो आई डोंट नो, आई मे बी रॉन्ग, इट इज जस्ट माय ऑब्जर्वेशन. Psychological level, the parent-child relationship and personality characteristics. So most of the time we diagnose them as a borderline personality disorder and we fail to understand they could be having comorbid anorexia nervosa. Food becomes a symbol of this failed relationship. Daughter's binging and purging represents the conflict, and need for the mother and the desire to reject it. So तुम मोटी लग रही हो, तुम सबके सामने ना आया करो, कपड़े ठीक तरह पहनो, दुपट्टा सही तरह लो, अपने आप को पीछे से छुपाओ, ऐसे चादर लो कि तुम्हारे बटक्स नजर ना आए, ऐसे दुपट्टा लो कि तुम्हारे सामने वाला हिस्सा चेस्ट नजर ना आए. And these common statements definitely leads to more of the problems, psychological and low self-esteem, and leading to these disorders. Psychological levels high in neuroticism and perfectionism, and low in self-esteem, and report being abused as children. So this child abuse is a common problem at the back. Or I don't know, again, I will say the same, we don't ask about the child abuse. If you ask, you will know. When you don't ask, you don't know. Fear of being fat and body image distortions, and we have talked about it throughout our presentation. A negative effect in stress, precipitate binges, creates anxiety, relieved by purging. Okay, now one more thing before I end up. Psychological treatment, as we have talked about it earlier, we have to control the diet. We have to make sure that they eat properly. Then we try to develop the normal eating patterns, 3 meals a day, some snacks in between. We also try to do the cognitive behavior therapy and interpersonal therapy, and again some behavior management strategies जो मैंने cover करवाई हैं. So one intervention that is sometimes used in the cognitive behavior treatment approach asks the patient to bring small amounts of forbidden food, to eat them during those sessions, and relaxation over to the exposure and response prevention is another good type of the treatment which can be provided to these patients, and assertive skills of when people are criticizing, how to say no when it should be said no. So I won't go into that details. And SSRI's treatment I have mentioned to you earlier as well. This is the last few slides that I want to definitely focus on, which unfortunately I believe are more important because we don't see clearly anorexia and bulimia in our clinics as much as it should be there, because people have still stigmatized. Eating disorders not otherwise specified. For females, all of the criteria for anorexia nervosa are met except that the individual has regular menses. And all of the criteria for anorexia nervosa are met except that despite significant weight loss, the individual's current weight is in normal range. ये जो important parameter है, ये जरा देखें कि जो diagnostic criteria है anorexia nervosa का और बुलिमिया का, वो जब completely fulfill नहीं होता, लेकिन उसके कुछ parameters fulfill हो रहे होते हैं, and when you try to assess them, they are having some BMI less, some emotional problems, some appetite and weight issues, low self-esteem, but because they are diagnosed as dissociative or conversion disorder or borderline personality disorder or some other disorder, major psychiatric morbidity, we don't focus on these things, which unfortunately creates the problem. So just make sure that you will be able to diagnose it. आखिर में जाते जाते ये मेरी हसन साहब ने गज़ल गाई थी अहमद फराज की, और बहुत खूब गाई थी, और उसके बाद इसको कुछ और लोगों ने भी, नए लोगों ने गाया. इसका सिर्फ एक शेर अब तो सुनाऊंगा. अब तक दिल खुशफहम को तुझसे हैं उम्मीदें, ये आखिरी शम्मे भी बुझाने के लिए आ. So the target is that try to evaluate, try to assess, try to manage. So मैंने symptomatology कवर की है, मैंने etiology कवर की है, मैंने pathology कवर की है, और मैंने treatment strategies briefly आपको बताई हैं. Any questions? I'll be most happy to respond to it. We unfortunately were not able to record it completely because of the reason, because बीच में 3-4 दफ़ा डिस्ट्रप्शन आ गई. तो अगर आप लोगों में से किसी ने रिकॉर्डिंग की हो तो वो शेयर कर लीजिएगा. मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि उसको दोबारा से आप लोगों से बात करूँ. जी, आप कुछ बात कर रहे थे, प्लीज़ गो अहेड.